All right, on the bench, out of a 2003 BMW X5 at the 4.6 IS, we have the 5HP24. So what's going on with this is the transmission was overhauled by the gentleman that owns the car. All right, he doesn't live too far from me. He had called me because he had a problem initially with the car moving forward, but go to reverse, which we all know is a common problem. All right, so I explained to him that the A drum is probably blown. Also could be the skinny O-ring on the back, but the most common issue, because of the pressure regulator bore wears and creates pressure spikes, it blows the A drum, and then boom, you have no forward. So he wanted to overhaul the transmission himself, which is fine. So we were going back and forth, and I gave him some advice, and I told him why it happened. I had, recommended, gave him a parts list, from the A drum to the banner kit. Make sure it's an OE filter, the open face bearing, the F clutch piston. So he got all his parts, and he went ahead and did the job. Had the converter overhauled as well, rebuilt. And when he put it back in the car basically didn't move in drive, but it moved in low, and it had a reverse. So, a common issue with that scenario is a sprag that is put in backwards. And also, let me just say, it moved in low, in manual low, and then as you're driving along and you upshift it to second, the car just put the brakes on and just totally locked up. And if you didn't know that was coming and you put that thing into second doing 20 miles an hour, as a friend of mine would say, instant teeth in the steering wheel, or you're doing a face plant. And I'm telling you, this thing just bound up and came to a complete stop. So we're going to take this thing apart. We're going to check the rotation of that sprag. Okay, I have one on the bench here, and the sprag, holding it in a certain direction, should freewheel clockwise and lock counterclockwise. All right, so we're going to take the transmission apart. I'm going to start by taking we're going to take the bell off, the stator. We can pull the whole front section out, and then I'll get the back off. So when we pull the planet out, I'll be able to pull that with the whole shaft out. Maybe we can leave the F clutch drum installed, and I'll just take the snap ring out and pull the sprag out. All right, so we're gonna get going on this. We're gonna chunk it down and see what it is. So here is the sprag here, okay, and holding it in this direction. Okay, so we're freewheeling clockwise and we're locking counterclockwise. So we want to check the direction of that sprag once we get this apart. All right, so I'm going to get a little closer and we'll get started. All right, so first we're going to take the bell housing off, 17 millimeter. Just going to pop this out the vent. We got the little shorties here. Okay, get the rest of them Okay, metal housing. I'm gonna put this actually over here. All right, let's get the stator out. Okay, gasket looks good. Go on our rings here. Let me just bring this down a little bit. Okay, got the race here is good. This case, the gasket actually is good. And these rings look good. So I'm going to pull this whole section out. All right, we want to check, possibly, looks like we got a burned set of clutches here on this A drum. And I'm not liking the way that looks. So we're going to look at that. All right, let's get the C drum out. Okay, that looks good. Bearings. Okay, now I want to get the snap ring out, and then we're going to take the extension housing off. Okay. Let me just get my light here. Snap ring's really not in the best position. All right, I could probably get something behind that. Yeah, okay. Okay. That looks good. All right, so we got a torque 45 here. Okay. Squeeze it out here. Okay. Here's a shim. Now this park gear won't come out until we remove the valve body. But here is a shim that you do not want to lose. Okay. Now I'm going to pick this up. All right, so we're going to get the bolts out. Should be 27s. Let's make sure. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to get a little extension. It should come out fairly easy. Pant's clean, but actually, I think I said A clutch. I'm thinking of the 6-speed. Possible burnt B clutch. Okay, let's put this here. Okay, good filter. Got the good old made in Germany there. This here. I'll put this in. All right, I'm going to get the output speed sensor. Okay, had the valve body open and everything. All right, so we're going to get the 27s out. There, we're going to get these here. It's the ones, they're all 27, but the ones with the larger head on the bolt are the ones. Okay. Here, here. Here, here, here. And one more. Here. Okay, pull the valve body off. Oop, I'm gonna get the plug out. So here's the clip that holds that in. Okay. Alright, it looks okay. Nice and clean. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to take the bracket that holds the tube in for the E clutch. Let me just get my roller here. Okay. Want to inspect these tubes for cracks and stuff. Does happen. Okay, now we're going to get the snap rings, springs, and seals out. There we go. I know I laid it out. Okay. There's one set. Right, now let's get those seals out. minutes here. All right, we'll get the other one. See if this will come out. All right, so let me take this out here now. Okay, I got no strength today. Long day today. Right, there we go. Okay, now let's see if we can get this center support out. See if we can get it moving. Isn't here a little on the tight side, which he told me it might be. Good. I'm just gonna have to work this thing out here. I'm not sure how long it's gonna take me. Because this is, seems like it might be scored up a little bit. All right, just give me a few minutes. Let me get this thing moving. All right, here's the center support. Put this back in, I'm just going to see if I can clean it up. This got probably scarred up. Normally these things come out fairly easy. Get the planet set. Sun gear. So, let's see if that sprag is in right or wrong, or maybe there's a, who knows, issue with the V clutch there, but let's check the sprag because of the symptoms that I felt. See if we can just get this thing out. Okay, so again, holding it this way, this should freewheel clockwise and lock counterclockwise. Okay, and this actually is doing the opposite. 100%, here's our problem. Okay, sprag is in backwards. Okay. now, let's take a look here. Okay, you can see the B is burned. Let's check it out. Good. Well, I have to ask him originally if the B was burnt. The clutches, the seals are bad. I'm gonna have him replace the seals, but the clutches don't look too bad. Unless the steels were just getting hot. You know, I'm surprised the clutches aren't black. But I gotta find out a little more information. Okay. All right, let's just take a fast look at that's the bearing. Let's put the bearing here. Bad. Feels good. Let's double check the A. Okay, here's the bearing. It's there. Looks good. It looks fine. Just have to find out about the B clutch. All right. So we got a definite sprag in backwards. Okay, because it should be turning that way. Here is the other one that turns. That's clockwise. This, no. This is the opposite. Alrighty. So I guess that is all for now on this ZF5HP24. That would bind up. You really wouldn't move and drive, move in manual low, and then bind up on the 1-2 shift. And usually a general rule with any transmission that takes off on a sprag, if it doesn't move and drive but it moves in low, then you know the sprag is no good. It moves in low because there's another assist, another clutch that comes on, so it'll move in low. And it won't move and drive. Classic sign of a bad sprag, you know, when we get the fresh jobs in. This one was backwards. So, all right, that is all for now. I'll speak to him tomorrow, we'll see what we're gonna do with these steels. And I'm gonna flip the sprag over, put it the correct way, or just put this back together. I gotta clean up the center support. So we'll go see if I can get this thing to go in a little easier. Clean up probably around in here too, got a little scored out. So probably gonna wind up taking the, actually the drum out, cleaning that and then washing it up in my machine. But that's just the torque 40 in the back, not a big deal. I use the shocker to get those out. But I'm actually out of time, I gotta run. So that's it. I thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. 2003 BMW X5. After overhaul, did not move and drive, moved in low and locked up on the 1-2 shift. Sprag is the problem. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. We'll see you next one.